2020 to order. Would you please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Jim Harris. Lucas Steele. Here. Michael Gordon.
Here.
Doug Hardy. Donald Bergen.
Here.
Dan McGowan.
Here.
Chad Nelson. Susanna Ballard.
Here.
Matthew Mitchell. And Sam Levine.
Thank you. We have a couple of vacancies today. Ms. Ballard, would you join us? Minutes of the previous meeting. Do we have any comments or questions on the previous meeting minutes? If not, I will entertain a motion. A motion to approve by Commissioner Bergen. Second.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Commissioner Still. Any questions? Not, we'll go ahead and vote. A little slow this morning, yes. All good.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Correspondents and announcements.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, we have none. Thank you. You say you can't hear very well?
You
Better?
okay, or we need it turned up a little? Okay.
Okay. Yes,
Morris?
I'm sorry.
That's better.
Oh, wow,
Thank
that's
you.
much louder. Okay.
All right.
I have no announcements. Thank you, or correspondence announcements. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. This is a public hearing this morning. The structure of the meeting will allow the staff to present an item. The commission may ask staff questions, and then the applicant will have an opportunity to present. Commissioners may have questions for the applicant, and after that, I will open the discussion to the audience. We ask that if you would like to address the commission, please do so, but there is a limit of 1 trip to the podium per topic and 3 minutes to speak. I will then close the discussion and bring the item back to staff and ask for their recommendation. The commission will then hear a motion, discuss, and make a recommendation to the City Council for their final consideration. Our first public hearing item this morning is ID 202566, a request for preliminary plat for 1760 McCulloch Boulevard. Mr. Morris.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. Yes, this is a request to approve a preliminary plat for a subdivision, a commercial subdivision. The subject property is located at the corner of Capri Boulevard and McCulloch Boulevard North. It's an existing building that was built in 1990. It's had some improvements throughout the years, 2004, 2007, 17, and 20. It's here next to the county library and next to the old Kmart parking lot and near the post office. Here's an aerial photograph of the area of the lot itself. The request is for some common area, parcel A, that will be for parking and access, utilities. Also, there will be the building itself is a 2-story building. They'll be breaking it up into a total of 3 units, 2 on the ground floor, 2 units down on the ground floor and 1 unit above, and then some smaller common area, enclosed areas. With that, concludes staff's presentation. Open any comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments for staff? Questions? Hearing none, is the applicant present? Would you like to address the commission?
Good morning, Commission. Lee Johnson, APL Surveying. Just here if you got any questions.
Thank you. Any questions for the applicant? Seeing none, thank you. I'll open it up to the public. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to address the commission on this item? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing portion and bring it back to staff for their recommendations.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. Based on the findings, the Development Review Committee recommends the Planning Commission approve Land Use Action ID 20-2566, a preliminary plat for McCulloch Medical Plaza condos on track 2345, Block 1, Lot 5. Thank you.
Thank you. At this point, commissioners, any questions, comments on this item? If not, I will entertain a motion. I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Bergen. Do I have a second? Oh, a second. Okay, I have a second by Commissioner Ballard. Any other comments or discussions before we vote? Thank you. Go ahead and vote.
Motion passes 5-0.
Congratulations. The next item today is ID 202564, a request for a zone change for 6800 Chenoweth Drive, APN 120-03064 from AP, Agricultural Preserve District, to Industrial District. Mr. Morris?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. This subject property is located at the north side of town on Chenoweth Road, about a half mile east from Highway 95. The subject property is shown here. The surrounding area is vacant property other than a couple open lot storage uses. It's about 9 acres. The letter of intent did not specify a proposed use, but any use that's allowed in the industrial district would be allowed if the zoning request is approved. The current zoning for the area, the property right now is zoned AP. That was assigned the AP zoning when it was incorporated, annexed in 1986. The AP zoning is kind of a holding zoning, if you will. And so if someone wants to come and develop the property, they really have to go through a rezone if it's zoned AP, because it doesn't really allow any commercial type uses. So that's what they're doing in this case. They're asking that it go from AP to I, industrial, and the abutting properties to the east, west, and north are zoned industrial. So this would just be another industrial property there. And the list of proposed uses is here. All the uses that are allowed in the I district are outlined in red. And that's the request in the staff's presentation. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Is the applicant present? Seeing none, I will open this up to the public. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to address the commission on this item? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing and bring it back to staff for their recommendation.
Based on the findings, Development Review Committee recommends the Planning Commission recommend approval of Land Use Action number 20-2564 for a zone change for 6800 Chenoweth Drive from AP, Agricultural Preserve District, to I, Industrial District. And as a reminder, this item will be scheduled to be heard by the City Council at their December 8th, 2020 meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments or discussion from the commission? If not, I will entertain a motion.
I will make a motion. I move to recommend that the city council approve land use action 20-2564 for a zone change for 6800 Chenoweth Drive from agricultural preserve district to industrial district.
A motion by Commissioner Still, a second by Commissioner Ballard.
I second the motion. Oh, Susan got it.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. We already have a second, but we're good. Any other discussions before we vote? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and vote.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Congratulations. Item number 3 this morning is ID number 202563, request for a zone change for 2301 Cup Drive, track 2319, block 2, lot 13A, from GC Golf Course District to RE Residential Estates District for the portion of the lot purchased from the golf course. Mr. Morris.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. This is another golf course zoning rezone. We've had a number of these that have come through in the past year or two. The subject property is, of course, on the golf course area, Cup Drive and I believe it's Fringe. Here's his vicinity map. So the subject property is a single lot, the northeast corner of Fringe and Cup. The property owner recently purchased a portion of the golf course property and has added it to their lot. The zoning map, as it is right now, the main property, lot number 13, is zoned RE. The golf course portion that they purchased from the golf course, of course, is zoned golf course. And they've tied the two lots together. They're asking to rezone it now. Here's the detail of the property, lot 13 here, and then they added about 1,600 square feet of golf course property to it. They combined the two into one piece of property, but now it has two different zoning districts. So to clear this up, they've requested that the golf course portion be rezoned to RE. About a year ago, they also got abandonment of a 10-foot utility easement that runs across the rear of original lot 13. So that's been abandoned. So now it's one piece of property, and their request is to rezone it all to RE so they can use the RE setbacks and uses as opposed to the golf course uses. That concludes staff's presentation. Open any comments or questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Is the applicant present? Would you like to address the commission?
Good morning. My name is Brian Springberg. I'm the owner of the lot and the home there. Just any questions anybody had? I had a meeting. I sent out 19 letters and had a meeting behind the property for anybody who had any concerns or questions about that, and consulted everybody, and everybody seems okay with it. I have no intent of doing anything that would disrupt anybody's view. In fact, there's almost no views to disrupt based upon the location of where the property actually is. So there should be a non-issue, I would think, but just want to make sure if anybody has any questions.
Mr. Springberg, I want to thank you for doing it that way and contacting the neighbors and so forth. And this is more of a point of clarification because there has been contention with some of these issues, especially the last one. Your lot sits on a corner. It really does not, even if you were to build out into that and use your additional setbacks, it is not hindering anybody's view or changing what their expectations were. So
No.
I in particular have no problem with this, but I think it's important to point out that this is different than some of the other ones that we've looked at.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner, any other comments or questions of the applicant? Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
This is a public hearing. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to address the commission on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and bring it back to staff for their recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. Based on the findings, the Development Review Committee recommends the Planning Commission recommend approval of Land Use Action number 20-2563 for a zone change for 2301 Cup Drive, tract 2319, Block 2, Lot 13A, from GC to RE for the portion of the lot that was purchased from the golf course. And a reminder, this item is scheduled to be heard by the City Council at the December 8th meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, any comments or discussion, or I will entertain a motion?
I move to recommend that the city council approve of land use action number 20-2563 for a zone change for 2301 Cup Drive from Golf Course District to Residential Estates District for the portion of the lot that was purchased from the golf course as shown on the attached parcel plat map 37-11.
Thank you.
I second the motion.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner Ballard and a second by Commissioner Hardy. Any other discussion? We'll go ahead and vote.
Motion passes 5-0.
Congratulations. That is the end of our public hearing portion this morning. We'll do call to public now. If there's anyone in the audience that wishes to address the commission, please come forward. Seeing none, we'll close the call to the public. Future meetings, Mr. Morris?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, yes, we will have a meeting scheduled for November 18th in 2 weeks.
November 18th. Thank you. And that's it. We stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.